May it please the court, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Standing before you is Kayla Cooper. She is here represented by her very competent counsel, Ms. Jamie John of the Public Defender's Office. Today she has agreed to plead to one charge of possession of less than 1 gram of meth, first offense. We have here true billed indictment 2025 GS 430841. The state, in exchange for her plea today, is dropping a malicious injury to personal property and 2 other possession charges that she has. We do have a recommendation. We've been in touch with the victim of the MIPP as well. We do have a recommendation in this case of 6 months suspended to 6 months probation, no contact with the victim in the case, and no trespass at that home either. The state's ready with the facts and record at the appropriate time. May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Raise your right hand, ma'am. Speak into the mic and state your full name, please.
Kayla Cooper.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm to the testimony of this court to be the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I believe that's correct. Possession of less than 1 gram.
Ms. John, you think the possible punishment is up to 3 on this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You are Kayla Cooper, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Cooper, I am told that you are here to plead guilty to possession of less than 1 gram of meth, first offense, for which you could receive up to 3 years incarceration. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
It is listed as a non-violent offense, and you're waiving your right to have this presented to the grand jury from Sumter County, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you have the right to have that presented to see if the state can produce sufficient evidence to have a true bill returned by the grand jury. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you want to waive that right?
Yes, sir.
With any drug offense, if you collect any additional drug offenses in the future, the penalties get worse. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So the penalty would not be the same if you got caught for the exact same offense next time. You understand that?
Yes,
It would
sir.
be much worse.
Yes, sir.
All right. And in this case, the state is recommending that I give you 6 months, suspended to 6 months of probation with no contact or no trespass. Who are you asking me to restrain her from contacting?
Miss Flossie Brailsford, who resides at 109 South Blanding Street here in Sumter.
Flossie Brailsford?
Yes, sir. Brailsford.
Okay. And they're asking me to restrain you, saying you can't go about the home or work or any place that Ms. Flossie Brailsford might be. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You can't have any contact with her at all.
Okay, yes, sir.
How do you know Flossie Brailsford?
That's my aunt.
All right, well, can't go back, even if they invite you to the family reunion, you can't go back. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And in this case, you've been represented by Ms. John, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And the indictment in this case that you were waiving indicates that on or about February the 4th of 2025 here in Sumter County, that you possessed a controlled substance, methamphetamine, in violation of our statutes. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, any question about that offense?
No, sir.
Okay. And Ms. John, have you explained to Ms. Cooper her constitutional rights, the nature of this offense, and the possible punishment she could receive?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you think she understands those things?
Yes, I think so.
How has she indicated to you she wishes to plead guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Do you agree with that decision?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Cooper, are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol today?
No, sir.
Have you had any substance that would prevent you from understanding what you're doing?
No, sir.
Have any mental or physical infirmities that would prevent you from understanding what you're doing?
No, sir.
Clear in your thought today?
Yes, sir.
All right. How long have you been in jail?
Like a week.
A week? Okay. And how do you want to plead to these charges? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
The state's going to give me some facts if you'll listen closely, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. On or about February 4th, 2025, Ms. Cooper was at Flossie Brailsford home at 109 South Blanding Street and was under the influence and was acting out. She broke a mailbox at the front of the residence, ripped a hole in the screen of the door of the front porch, and broke a fan blade off of the ceiling fan on the front porch. Ms. Cooper, being at the residence when officers showed up, was taken to Prisma Health Toomey for treatment, whereupon the officers found a small plastic bag of suspect crack hidden on her person. Minimal record, a breach of peace, a DUI first, another breach of peace, non-aggravated nature, and entering premises after warning, and an MIPP.
All right. And how long has she served this job?
So she served 30 days originally. Her bondsman went off her bond, and so she's been back in jail for about 6 days.
So you think she's got 36 days of credit?
About 36 days, yes, sure.
Okay. Ms. Cooper, you heard the facts as told to me by the state. Are those facts true?
Yes, sir.
Did you do those things?
Yes, sir.
Are you guilty of this charge?
Yes, sir.
When you plead guilty, you give up certain important constitutional rights, including your right to a jury trial, where the state would have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You also give up the presumption of innocence that we all have. You give up the right to remain silent, and you can't be compelled to testify against yourself. You give up the right to present any defenses that you might have. You give up the right to testify or not testify if this matter were to be tried. The right to subpoena witnesses on your own behalf, and for cross-examination of the state's witnesses. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
When you plead guilty, you give up all those rights. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Is that what you wish to do?
Yeah.
And in this case, you've been represented by Ms. John,
Yes, sir.
and she done a good job for you?
Yes, she has.
You smiled when I asked you about that, so she must have done a good job for you.
She has.
Have you got any complaints at all?
No.
Completely satisfied with her service?
Completely satisfied.
Even better than that, you're happy with her service?
Yes.
All right, very good. In this case, is anybody making you do this?
No.
Anybody promised you anything to make you do it?
No.
Anybody threatened you or mistreated you in
No,
any
sir.
way to make you do it?
No, sir.
All right. Have you answered all of my questions truthfully?
Yes, sir.
You have 10 days in which to file an appeal from this guilty plea. If you want to do it, you have to do it in writing. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I do find a substantial factual basis for Ms. Cooper's plea. Her decision's been made freely and voluntarily, knowingly, and with the advice of good, competent counsel with whom she indicates she is satisfied. I will accept her guilty plea. Ms. John, glad to hear from you.
I have nothing to add, Your Honor, into follow negotiations.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Cooper, I would normally order some drug and alcohol counseling, but you're not going to be on probation long enough to get that. You just got to stay clean for 6 months,
Yes, sir.
okay? If I put on here a random drug test on there, you gonna pass it?
Yes, sir.
All right. You've been on probation before?
Yes, sir.
You completed?
Yes, I got about 6 months early for doing good.
All right, very good. You gonna do that again?
Yes, sir.
All right. It is the sentence of the court that Ms. Cooper be committed to the State Department of Corrections for a period of 6 months. That is provided upon the service of 36 days. With credit for the 36 days that she has served, the balance is suspended with probation for 6 months. And there will be a random drug testing requirement. And there is no contact with Flossie Brailsford in any way. You understand that,
Yes,
Ms.
sir.
Cooper? All right, good luck to you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. John.
I'm marking on there also that the bench warrant is lifted for Ms. Cooper.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. That was a very positive note. Happy defendant.
That was a happy.
Yes, Your Honor. This is the state of South Carolina versus Jason Henry Clemens. Mr. Clemens is represented by Mr. Hugh McMillan. He has 2 pending indictments. The first one is a 2020 indictment, 2020 GS 430263, charging Mr. Clemens with grand larceny, $10,000 or more, and failure to stop for a blue light. The second indictment, Your Honor, is dated June 15, 2025. It is a waiver indictment for shoplifting enhancement charging Mr. Clemens with taking merchandise at the local Piggly Wiggly that he was not entitled to have.
All right, thank you, sir.
And that indictment number is 2025 GS 43 1044.
Raise your right hand, sir. Speak into the mic and state your full name.
Jason Clemens.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony of this court to be the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And, Mr. Finney, this is a negotiated, sentence, 3 years, active service, credit for how many days?
112 days.
112 days. And that's the same on all 3 of these?
That's correct, John.
Okay. Mr. Clemens, good afternoon. Mr. Clemens, I am told that you were here to plead guilty on 3 charges. Let me make sure that I get those straight. The first of those is shoplifting a value of $2,000 or less under our enhancement statute. And this is a waiver, are all of these waivers?
Just that one, John.
Just that one. The first one, that's 251044 is a waiver.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna just check on here, defendant waives presented to the grand jury, if that's all right with you, Mr. McMillan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Clemens, for that charge, you could receive up to 10 years incarceration, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Well, he's pleading under the enhancement, is that right?
Yes, sir.
That's correct.
I've got listed on the top up here, 0 to 30 days or $0 to $1,000 fine, but that's up to 10 on it.
Yes, sir. It's my error, Your Honor.
Okay.
I did not give him the enhancement statute.
All right, I'm gonna just mark on here, 0 to 10 years under the enhancement. Mr. Clemens, you realize you could receive up to 10 years incarceration on that particular charge?
Yes, sir.
You're waiving your rights to have this presented to the grand jury or Sumter County to determine whether there is sufficient evidence to return a true bill. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to waive that right. Do you want to do that?
Yes, sir.
And you talked with Mr. McMillan about that?
Yes, sir.
All right. For that charge, the indictment, which has not been presented to the grand jury, indicates that on or about June the 15th of 2025, having previously been convicted of at least 2 offenses to make this an enhancement, that you did take 3 boxes of Tylenol pills and some kitchen knives with a value of $25.84 from Piggly Wiggly here in Sumter County. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
I'm also told that you're here to plead guilty to failure to stop for a blue light, for which you could receive up to 3 years incarceration, if I remember correctly. Is that right?
That's correct.
I believe
0
you.
to 3?
Yes, sir.
Or it's 90, actually 90 days to 3 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that charge carries from 90 days to 3 years. You understand that, Mr. Clemens?
Yes, sir.
And that is an indicted case. You're pleading to what you're indicted for. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
That charge indicates that on or about February the 1st of 2020 here in Sumter County, while operating a motor vehicle on these highways, you failed to stop after being signaled to do so by a law enforcement vehicle. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And that is indicted, so you're not waiving indictment on that one. That's your understanding, Mr. Clemens?
Yes, sir.
I'm also told that you were here to plead guilty to another grand larceny value of $10,000 or more, and that's indicted also, and for that you could receive up to 10 years incarceration. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
That's under the enhancement statute. It says that in Sumter County on or about February 1st of 2020, that you took away from ServPro property valued at $10,000, being a motor vehicle with the intent to deprive that owner of the motor vehicle. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
On each one of these, there is a negotiated plea, a negotiated sentence between yourself, your lawyer, and the state, for which I am to give you 3 years active service with credit for 112 days that you have previously served. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Is that your extent of the understanding of the negotiated plea?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything else other than that?
No, sir.
All right, in this case, you've been represented by Mr. McMillan, is that correct? You've been
Yes, sir.
represented by Mr. McMillan?
Yes, sir.
Mr. McMillan, have you explained to Mr. Clemens the nature of these charges, his constitutional rights, and the possible punishment he could receive?
I have, Your Honor.
You think he understands those things?
I do.
And how has he indicated to you he wishes to plead guilty or not guilty?
We're here to plead guilty, Your Honor.
Do you agree with that decision?
I do.
And Mr. Clemens, are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol today?
No, sir.
Any substance that would prevent you from understanding what you're doing?
No, sir.
Do you have any mental or physical infirmities that would prevent you from understanding what you're
No,
doing?
sir.
Are you clear in your thought today?
Yes, sir.
How do you want to plead to these three charges, guilty or not guilty?
Yes, sir.
The state's going to give me some facts. If you'll listen closely, I'll have some additional questions, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please the court, Your Honor. Back in 2020, on February the 1st, a 2006 Chevy Express truck belonging to ServPro was reported stolen. Law enforcement was out looking for the truck. They noticed the truck and got in behind it with blue lighted siren. They were able to stop the vehicle after a chase out on I-95, and the defendant, Mr. Clemens, was found to be the driver. There was a co-defendant, a lady friend, who was also in the car. She gave law enforcement a statement implicating the defendant. The vehicle was a total loss, and we've spoken with the victim, and he understands that he will not be getting any restitution because of the seriousness of the charge, and we've negotiated what we feel is a fair sentence. Mr. Clemens does have a substantial record going back many years, and the enhancement provision of the shoplifting is correct because he has 2 or more prior shopliftings.
All right. The state's taken his prior record into consideration given this negotiated sentence.
Yes, sir.
And the victim has been notified on the grand theft. Is
Yes,
that
sir.
correct?
Yes, sir.
How about the victim on the,
Piggly Wiggly was notified, and they were notified that the hearing would be taking place today, and they were going to try to come.
all right, I don't see anybody.
I don't believe
here.
anybody's here.
All right, thank you. And for cross-examination of the state's witnesses, you understand all of those important constitutional rights?
Yes, sir.
And everything I've asked of you, you told me the truth.
Yes, sir.
You have 10 days in which to file an appeal from this guilty plea. If you want to do that, you have to do it in writing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I do find a substantial factual basis for Mr. Clemens' plea. His decision's been made freely and voluntarily, knowingly, and with the advice of good, competent counsel with whom he indicates he is satisfied. Mr. McMillan, I'm glad to hear from you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just briefly, Mr. Clemens is 45 years old. He was raised here in Sumter County and finished his education up until the 10th grade. He has worked in the past on the road in a nursery and construction type business. Your Honor, he understands as a result of this negotiated deal, he will be doing active time. His goal and what he's currently looking into is to get on disability for some injuries he has sustained in the past, and upon his release return to Gaston and find himself in a better position than he had here in Sumter County. So for those reasons, we'd ask that the court accept the negotiated sentence as negotiated between the state and
All
the
right,
state.
thank you, sir. Mr. Clemens, what do you want to tell me?
I ain't got nothing to say, brother.
Why you want to steal and run from the police?
I was on drugs.
Okay. How long been on drugs?
I've been clean for about 2.5 years now.
Okay. Well, this happened, well, you got the shoplifting from the Piggly Wiggly happened just this year. The other ones were, it looks like a couple of years old.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
Your Honor, may we ask that there be a no trespassing order at the Piggly Wiggly?
I was going to ask Mr. McMillan if I could amend the negotiated sentence to provide for no contact with the victim in both the
Grand Loss.
ServPro and the Piggly Wiggly. Mr. McMillan, any objection to that?
No objection,
Mr.
understood.
Clemens, if I follow the negotiated plea, except I add a provision that says you can't contact Servpro or go back there or contact Piggly Wiggly or go back to Piggly Wiggly, you object to that? Okay. I do find that both of these sentences or all three of these sentences are the same. I do find that you should be committed to the State Department of Corrections for a period of 3 years, and you're given credit for 112 days. They will all run concurrent, and I have indicated on here that there will be no contact with the victim, which means you can't go back to either one of those places after you get out of jail. You understand that, Mr. Clemens?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome, Christian News TYYY. Thank y'all for tuning in to Christian News TY, the #1 news center for Williamsburg County.
The facts remain the same.
Turn down the bass, push that button, and follow us. My name is T.
Why?